Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. First of all, many thanks to so many of you who were so kind as to leave messages on my last video. I revealed at the very end of the video that I was in fact self-isolating because I had COVID, and I was frankly amazed how many of you had obviously got to the end of the video and heard that and sent their good wishes, which was really nice to receive those. Today is my last day of self-isolation. I haven't been desperately ill in any way at all. I am double vaccinated, so shouldn't really have caught it, and I'm pretty careful as well. But I have to say, I know a lot of people who are double vaccinated who have nonetheless tested positive, and many of them have had symptoms, most of them, thankfully, like me, relatively minor, although I'm still feeling very tired and exhausted in a way I haven't quite felt before. But other than that, and the fact that I still can't really taste anything, I've had a very easy time of it, and not been desperately ill at all. In fact, in some respects, I felt worse with flu, although there is this odd tired exhaustion, which is a bit unlike anything I've ever had before. But there we go. It's starting to get better, so that's good news. And what's also good news is the arrival of the holiday collections. There have been so many launches recently, I feel a bit overwhelmed. I've tried to be a bit more circumspect about what I've purchased this year, but they're so tempting, and I haven't really got round to using much of the makeup yet. This, you will be astonished to hear, is the Chanel Holiday Collection, My Picks, which, as you know, is celebrating 100 years of Number 5, the fragrance, this year. And it's quite a tempting collection. I haven't opened the back. I thought you would like to see it in all its glory. You're going to get a bit giddy as I lift up the camera just so you can see. It is one of those kind of paper triangular bags that they go in for now, rather than the boxes, which I much prefer. But it is at least a bit festive with a different coloured ribbon and a different design. And in fact, on the other side, there's the famous Chanel logo. So I'm just going to unpack with you today. I haven't tried any of these products, haven't pulled out any comparison items in the way I often like to do with Chanel items. So we'll leave that for another day. I couldn't resist the palette. So here it is. Oh, whoops, sorry. Let's just stabilize the camera. I don't think I'm going to be able to edit that out. Sorry about that, folks. Here we go. The special limited edition packaging with Number 5 on it. Les Quatre Ombres limited edition. It says, I thought long and hard about this because, to be honest, I've seen some reviews. The collection was out in America before here, and Canada as well, I think. And I'm not bowled over by what I've seen in terms of the colours in this limited edition. But I just couldn't resist in the end the fact that it was a limited edition with the little bottles engraved. The reason I wasn't wildly enthusiastic, there's a black shadow in there, and you've heard me before, I've got more than enough black shadows to last me the rest of my life. I rarely ever use them, and if I do, just for lining, so bit of a waste. And what I've seen of particularly these two very similar shades didn't inspire me a great deal. And like others, although I am actually buying this for the kind of limited edition engraving, I'm a little disappointed about how basic it is, certainly in relation to the bottles, because we've seen, you know, what they can do, what Dior can do, for example, in similar releases. But at the end of the day, it is a special one. I probably am going to keep it rather than use it. I've said that I wasn't going to do that before, haven't I? And by and large, I don't. But I think I might with this one. You've probably seen, let me just swatch very carefully, people swatch. It's a very, very light, topperish, pretty, but I'm not sure that amazing. This one feels much softer. The gold, that actually feels much nicer and actually swatches a bit better. Quite impressed with that one. And then, oh, I'm going to be very careful. This feels gritty again. These two, perhaps these two top ones are the toppers. Yeah, this looks very glittery. That's very much just a glitter topper. And then I'm not even going to swatch that black for you. Black's black. I'm sure it's well pigmented, but they're a bit of a waste of time for me. So that's the limited edition palette. I think, you know, if you're a Chanel collector, it's gold on the lid. You might be tempted to get it because it is a special one, and even the kind of special cardboard packaging. But I'm not sure it's the most exciting palette. Although I will say that gold is lovely and soft and actually will probably look quite pretty on the eye. But, you know, I have so many eyeshadows. Did I need this? No, I really didn't. What else did I get? Well, nail varnish, of course, I always get. Only one nail varnish so far, I say, which was a bit disappointing. Rouge Intemporel 913. Now, 913 is definitely not a number they've used before, so I can only imagine it is a new shade. Although Intemporel rang bells for me. I know there was an eye palette probably about 10 years ago now, with a purple and a black in, as far as I remember, that was called Intemporel. And I kind of thought there was a nail polish, but I haven't had time to go and look. They do use the names more than once sometimes. Anyway, it's a very tomato red. I'll have to have a look with my many drawers of Chanel reds to see what this is like. But it's a beautiful mid-toned red, I would say. Probably more orangey than blue. Certainly on the viewfinder. Actually, I'm not sure when I look at it in natural light. It's looking more orangey on the viewfinder, possibly because I've got some artificial light behind me. It's actually more blue toned in real life. Anyway, it's a beautiful red. How many reds does one woman need? Very, very many, apparently. What else? Oh, I went for 2 of the lipsticks in the end, against my better judgment in some respects, because I have got so many lipsticks. I was looking today, I decided to use some of the fall collection products, and I was looking for a lipstick. Like I needed to put on lipstick. I haven't been out anywhere, I'm self-isolating, but I did have a video conference, so that's my excuse. And I realised one of the 3 holiday lipsticks I bought last year I haven't used at all from Chanel. The other 2 very, very lightly. But these are, again, special limited edition packagings. This one looks as if it's already been opened, which is a bit annoying. Oh, it's kind of burst. It's these click down packages. It's not damaged, so that's all right. So this one is 191 Rouge Brûlant. I think these are all re-promotes, just in a nice... That does look terribly familiar. I'll kick myself if it turns out I've actually already got this, where it's the sort of colour I would wear. Pretty. Kind of what I'd call a rosewood colour. So that's very nice. It's a satin, I think. Yeah, not velvet. Yeah, these are Rouge Alors, which is a lovely formula. I love it. And here's the special bit. It's got the number 5 on the clicky bit, which is normally a CC. So I couldn't resist. They just know, don't they, the packaging. By the way, what did people think about the advent calendar? I was infuriated by it. If you look at some of the videos of what it contained online, I think it cost £700 over here. And the full size, there are only 4 full size products in there: a nail polish, a lipstick, eau de parfum, not even a perfume, and a hand cream. And the rest were just kind of stickers and cheap bits of plastic and metal, sort of things that you get kind of tied to the gift bags, or as well, not even VIP gifts, any old gifts with purchase. It just seemed an absolute rip-off, and such a rip-off to me. It actually made me rather cross with Chanel. But there you go. It's sold out, so people were buying it. What can you do? If people will buy it, they will do it. Here's the other one that I got. What's this one called? This is 99. This is Pirate. So this is a very famous colour, which I haven't got, I know, but it's a famous one. Now that's looking kind of browny red on the viewfinder. I promise you it's a true blue-based red in real life. There you go. Looking very berry there. Beautiful classic Chanel red that I think will suit me, and I hadn't got, and it justified me getting the number 5 packaging. I think there's 2 more, or maybe 3 more. They're all Rouge Allure, no mattes or velvets, which is a shame because I like their velvet formula, but at least they're not competing with Lisa Eldridge's release, I guess. What else? There's a bottle of the liquid highlighter, which I think is very nice, but I know I just wouldn't use it. It's an awful lot of product. It's in a limited edition colour. Is there a blush? I can't remember now. Oh, I know what there is. There's an Ombre Lac, one of the liquid eyeshadows, in 2 colours, in fact, a black and a gold. Look very pretty. I bought a couple of the Ombre Lac from the fall collection, and although they're perfectly good, one was better formulation than the other, I thought. The reality is, as a formulation, it doesn't really work for me. I don't like them, so I didn't go for that. I did go for one of their stick Baume Essentiel in a limited edition colour, or I've got one of these, and I have used it more than I expected to. Kind of gives a kind of wet look. So I was up for the gold. Not showing particularly well on camera there. You can kind of see the sheen. These are quite subtle, and you can just use them everywhere. I actually use them as a topper on the lips, actually, but anywhere on the face. So I did go for that. I think that's it. Got my freebies. Still only 2 freebies, despite all that product. Yeah. So those were my picks. I will have a look at the polishes and see what's similar from my stash. Check out, I haven't already bought that lipstick. I have a horrible feeling I have. And maybe just try with the tip of the brush at the side of the engraved palette to see what they look like on the eye, and whether I will actually use that palette, particularly that pretty colour there, rather than just keeping it as a commemoration of the 100 years of Chanel. They are, of course, also doing limited edition eau de parfum in low number 5 and the classic number 5, and it's encased in a kind of white box, I think, or skin, and you take the bottle out, a bit like the factory packaging that came out in the summer that sold out so quickly. But I honestly have got so many bottles of number 5, I couldn't justify another one. I still haven't really used my limited edition red one from a couple of years ago at Christmas. So Still quite taken with the packaging. Love that. Don't know how I can recycle that in maybe a present for somebody, or maybe, well, I don't know. But those are my picks. Love to know if you've picked anything, and keep safe and well until next time. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.